Hello, I'm Dan Marks, and with me today is Michael Doherty for this week's edition of the Dornbush Download. And we're really winging it today, Michael, aren't we? So,
we are, Dan. It's been a hectic year, really, and I guess the year in summary hasn't been, I guess, really successful for investors. It's been a tough old slog. I mean, looking at the ASX 200 this time last year, around about 5,100 points. I think we might be up at around about 5,300 today.
Yes, so not much growth there at all.
Not much growth. So really,
income's been pretty good though, hasn't it?
Dividends have been the standout, haven't they? We've seen companies in half-yearly results and also their full-year results back in September generally increase dividends by anywhere between 2 to 5%. So,
and on the other side, Michael, we've seen the other where people or companies have come out with warnings and they've just been absolutely smashed this year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Investors will not accept any sort of downgrade to profit forecasts. Absolutely ruthless at the moment, and the levels of volatility since sort of September onwards, we gradually built pretty well from February through to September, but September through to now it's just been a wild ride.
And perhaps is that back to a normal sort of market? You know, all that juicing in the US, and I just wonder whether we are sort of getting now back to a normal market where it is bouncing around the place.
Well, it is, and that's it. There's so much overseas influence at the moment. I mean, we saw last night Janet Yellen basically suggesting that interest rates will be on hold in America until at least the end of the first quarter next year. And that saw the market over there rise 3%.
Yeah, that was a big rise.
We've seen extraordinary things. You know, the Russian central bank increasing their interest rates to 17%.
Yeah,
just reading this morning.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, just
from
reading.
10.5.
Oh, extraordinary. Just reading this morning, you know, the Swiss National Bank is now charging people to have their money with them. So they've got an interest rate of negative 0.25, so it actually costs you money to have money in the bank. So,
unbelievable.
So it really is quite extraordinary at the moment.
And we've never seen that in our lifetime, have we? That sort of thing.
Absolutely. I was just doing a bit of reading on the Swiss scenario. Not since 1970 has that occurred. So it really is all over the place. And investors have had to sort of really cop a pretty volatile old ride.
Yeah, but you keep investing in those good quality stocks, you're getting the dividends. And from what I'm reading too, China, their market has really been down in the last number of years. And from what I'm reading, 2015 looks to be a good sort of year potentially for China as well. So, maybe we should be looking at getting some Chinese exposure in our markets through an exchange-traded fund or AMP China Growth Fund.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the IZZs have been a good one to sort of follow along the way. Certainly this volatility, as you say, Dan, does bring out some opportunities. For those that follow technical analysis, they're now back to the 61.8% retracement level. Certainly around these marks, we could start to see investors get a bit, get a bit keen on the stock again. But I think you're right. Anywhere in the mid to high 20s is probably a better.
They seem to have that dead cat bounce and then drop away, don't they? These companies that have copped a bit of a flogging, they get a bit of support, but then it all falls over again, doesn't it? So. Yeah,
that's right. Sort of buying in on that huge drop, and then the euphoria sort of wears off after a while. So, but of course Christmas week next week too, Dan. So the market
half a day.
Yeah, half a day Wednesday, and of course closed Thursday and Friday. The team,
good.
Yeah, absolutely. The team here will be back on deck on the Monday and then through to New Year's Eve, and again, which
so
is
half a day on New Year's Eve as well.
Yeah, and then closed on the Thursday. So if you're looking at doing anything, or if you've got some questions or queries, we will be running a skeleton staff during the period. But all the best for 2014 or what's left of it. Hope you have a great Christmas and
fantastic New Year.
And hopefully 2015's we get some runs back on the board.
Sounds good. Thanks.